We must protect our children. Every parent, every citizen feels that. We must protect our students. We have to protect our educators. And given the circumstances that we're in and the precautions that would have to be put in place to come up with a plan to reopen schools with all those new protocols, how do you operate a school that's socially distanced, with masks, without gatherings, with a public transportation system that has a lower number of students on it? How would you get that plan up and running? We don't think it's possible to do that in a way that would keep our children and students and educators safe. So we're going to have the schools remain closed for the rest of the year. We're going to continue the distance learning programs. Schools have asked about summer school and whether we'll have attendance in schools for summer school. That decision will be made by the end of this month. Again, nobody can predict what the situation is going to be 3-4 weeks from now. So we're trying to stage decisions at intervals that give us the information, but also enough time for people to make the preparations they need to make. So any decisions on summer schools will be made by the end of this month. But in the meantime, meal programs will continue. The child care services for essential workers will continue. And then we want schools to start now developing a plan to reopen. And the plan has to have protocols in place that incorporate everything that we are now doing in society and everything that we learned. We're going to be asking businesses to come up with plans that safeguard workers. When they reopen, we need schools to come up with plans also that bring those precautions into the schoolroom. And that's for schools, that's also for colleges, and the state will approve those plans.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.